Hi everyone. I'm sure all of you are aware of what is going on in Indian economy right now. People are talking about demonetization, GST, good economy, bad economy, most importantly BJP and Congress. People are saying that there are no jobs, but as per what I understand, there are a lot of jobs available in the market and there are going to be more and more jobs in the coming future. If there are going to be jobs, there are going to be interviews. For interviews, there are going to be questions. And you have to be ready with the answers. In my 16 years of experience in my career, whatever I have learned, I'm willing to share it with you. Friends, my name is Aman. I'm your friend, mentor and coach from bharatrozgar.com. Today we are going to discuss 15 questions which are really important to get success and to get a job. We have split this video into 3 parts, 1, 2 and 3. In each part we'll cover 5 questions. Without wasting any more time, let's get on the guns and quickly cover these 5 questions. So friends, let's start with question number 1, which is, tell me more about yourself. I have seen people answering this question as if they are reading their CV. Please don't do this. Please listen to what HR has asked. Tell me more about yourself. Now, why HR is asking this question when you have already mentioned everything in your CV? The reason to ask this question is that your hiring manager wants to know more about you. This is a way to break the ice. Now, to my friends who don't know what an ice breaking is an activity, a game or an event that is used to welcome and warm up the conversation among participants. It can be a meeting, a training class, a team building session, or maybe any event. In this case, it is your interview. And your HR manager or your hiring manager is trying to make you comfortable. Another point, they also want to get an insight of your personality to help you understand if you're a good fit or not. Now for this question, I would suggest that don't answer too much and don't answer too little. They don't want to know everything about you. You can start with, for an example, if I go for an interview, the way I would do it maybe is, hi, my name is Aman. Apart from whatever I have mentioned in my CV, I love shooting. Because of this, I joined NCC and I have joined various camps where I have learned how to shoot. I love driving, love going to new places, meeting new people and trying all sorts of cuisine. I guess because of these 2 things, I have been able to develop focus and I don't feel uncomfortable in traveling. So this is how you tell something more about yourself. Now is the right time to do a small transition from your personal to professional. Now how you will do it, I'll tell you. Now you have to slide into your professional capabilities. You just don't have to talk about your personal, also about your professional. Now you share some key skills that are relevant and will add value if hired for this job. Try and use phrases like, in addition to those interest and passion, my professional life is a huge part of who I am. I have been a researcher for almost 10 years and that has given me an edge to look at things differently. I have also been a great fan of economics and that is how I developed this habit of looking at things from the monetary point of view. I always think that if I do this, how will it impact me in the long run? This has helped me to grow in my current company. I'm sure when you'll read more about this, you'll understand that when someone asks you this question, please do not read your CV. Think of the points, think of good, funny, interesting points which you can tell, in which you can make a story about. All right. Now moving to the next question, which is again very important and a tricky one. What is your greatest strength? We need to discuss this question in detail because this is a tricky question. I would say describe the skills that you have and which directly correlates with the job you are applying for. To prepare for this question, you must go through the JD first. JD is the job description which is given by the company. So please go through that job description very carefully. Prepare a list of qualifications mentioned in the job posting and match them with your skill set. You should include skills like training of soft skills, or maybe something in your past experience, some Six Sigma exercise training you have done. There are a lot of trainings which you can include if you have done. Of course, you should not lie about these things. And each skill should have an example of how you have used that strength in the past. This will give you an upper hand and will give you an opportunity to elaborate more. Now let me give you a few examples. You can work upon these examples. You can tweak them and make them according to your skills. I have an extremely strong work discipline or ethics. When a project is assigned to me, I try to finish it ahead of deadline, which gives me ample of time to recheck and deliver in advance. For the past 2 years, I have been awarded special incentives for my work. The second example, I love writing and try to cover not only politics but other genres as well. Recently, I got an opportunity to work with the marketing team, and the task was to write stories for the products launched for newly married couples. And I proved myself again by delivering 5 stories in 3 days. One more example, I have been a skilled salesman with over 10 years of experience, and I have received several awards for my performance. Last example which I would like to mention here is, I am good at managing people. Now the reason why I am giving you this example is I think you should use this example. People should use this example because this tells about your leadership skills, people management skills. So now I'll read the example again. I am good at managing people, and I guess that is one reason my company trusts me with outdoor marketing campaigns where someone has to manage a team of employees and interns. Now, with all these examples, what you're actually saying is that you are capable, you're a good salesman, you're a good writer, you have strong work ethics, you always deliver on time, your projects have no faults. Please make sure before going for the interview, you jot down all these points and you work upon them. If you're going for an accounts job, please make sure whatever skill sets are required, you have an example for them ready. I would also suggest that please don't, there are a couple of things which you should avoid when somebody asks you about your strength. Don't give vague answers like my strength is to play football and read the newspaper. You are going for the job of a salesman or maybe the job of an accountant. Nobody is interested that if you like to play football. Reading newspaper is not your strength. It is something which you're supposed to do every day to be aware. If you try to talk too much about your strength, vague things, it looks like as if you're trying to oversell. Now, moving to the third question, which is again a tricky one. What is your greatest weakness? The best way, which I think, to answer this question is to analyze the skills and strength that are required for the position you are being interviewed, and then start with the weakness that is not essential for success in that job. I'll repeat again. Analyze the skills and strengths that are required for the position,
and then start with the weakness that is not essential for the success in this job. Example, if you have applied for the job of an accountant, you can say that you are not good in giving presentations. Generally, an accountant is not asked to give presentations. They are asked to do number crunching. They are asked to see if the company is profitable or not. They are asked to prepare balance sheets. Second example, if you have applied for the job of a writer, you can say that you're not good in social media marketing skills. Again, a writer is not expected to go and do social media marketing for the company. So you have to be very careful the way you mention your weaknesses. One thing you can do, which is important, that you can mention the skills that you have improved in the past, is by discussing the skills on which you have improved, for an example, in the past 6 months. This will show that you can improve on your shortcomings. Like, for an example, let me give you an example in this. If you are going for the job of a assistant manager sales, and you say that my Excel skills were not that good, but in the past 6 months I have worked on my Excel skills and I have learned how to do VLOOKUP, HLOOKUP, pivot table and other stuff. So this is an added advantage. Now the HR manager or the hiring manager will consider this, that irrespective of the fact that Excel is not a part of sales, but you have still worked on those skills and you have improved them. Wonderful. Now moving on to the question number 4, which I think is again an important one, is why should we hire you? When HR or a hiring manager asks this question, they actually want to know how desperate you are for this job. What can you deliver? And are you the best candidate for the job? They are actually looking for a sales pitch. Now is the time for you to sell yourself. Consider yourself as a product. See, my friends, everyone wants to hire someone who can solve a problem. Whether it's boosting sales or streamlining processes or building a brand. If you cannot be an asset to the company, nobody is interested in hiring you. Let me give you an example. Let's say you have been into sales and service for almost 10 years now, and you're going for a company where softwares are sold. So you can say, just an example, this is just an example, that I was going through your annual company report and I saw that the sales in Uttar Pradesh had gone down because of the servicing issues. After doing a little bit of analysis, I reached down to a conclusion that we need to have a better workforce who just don't sell but also service the client. Listen to the words again. We have to have a better workforce who just don't sell but also service the client. My experience in sales and service can help the organization on this front. Now this gentleman is actually selling himself. He's saying that his experience in sales and service will help train the juniors and the service department, and then the sales can be brought up. You need to work on your sales pitch. You need to do some research of the company where you are going for an interview. You need to find out where they are lacking. You need to find out what is the point for which they are hiring people. What are their pain points? Alright, moving to the next question, the 5th question for today's video. This question generally does not come at this stage. It comes at the last of the interview, but if it comes at this stage, what does it mean? The question is, what are your salary expectations? Now, if this question is asked too soon, 99% chances are that you have been rejected and the interviewer is just doing a formality. Another reason is that the hiring manager likes you, but he also wants to know if you fall into the salary bracket company has decided. Now, if someone asks you, what are you looking for as a salary, or simple question, what are your expectations? Of course, you want to get a good salary and aim high. But if you ask the salary which is out of their bracket, my goodness, you are done. On the other hand, if you ask for less salary, you leave the employer to go even lower and you will end up working for peanuts. It is always advisable to do some research and see what others are offering. Go to job portals and see for this kind of vacancy what salary is industry standard. That will help you make your case better.
I hope you enjoyed this video. If there are any feedbacks, please do let me know. If you liked it, please press the like button and please subscribe to this video and press the bell icon for 4 more videos. And please do let us know if you want us to prepare any more videos on any other topics which you think are relevant and will help you in your growth. For now, I would like to take your permission to leave. Have a nice day. Bye-bye. See ya.